What's going on, guys? This is the 5 Year Pass podcast with me, Suddy, and this is Shyam bringing you a special edition, the Ronaldo edition. Lots to say, man. We were not gonna talk about this, were we, Shyam? But we thought, fuck it, we'll make a video, a really short one, and just vent it out before doing the weekend
We'll talk to
previews.
Phil
But
about Cristiano. Yeah.
I just want to start by saying it's not. It's firstly, I think I was watching Stephen Howson's video on this, and I completely agree with him. And I'll just share his views. So it doesn't. I'm not kind of copying someone. I'm just agreeing with his views, where the fans don't matter anymore. I think the fans haven't mattered for a while. You know, I could probably pinpoint. You can pinpoint it to the Super League as a kind of good example, but it just feels so fucking bitter. This guy's won, I think, he won 3 or 4 league titles, a Champions League, 2 Champions League finals, an FA Cup, a League Cup, 42 goals, left United as the best player in the world at that point in time. And he looked at Ferguson like a father. There's a famous video when they won the Euros 5 years ago, and he's kind of embracing Fergie in the stands, and there's a few photos when when he came back to play United. I think this was under Mourinho's time when he came back to play United as a Juventus player. Sorry, and there's Fergie, Cristiano, and Cristiano's the oldest son, Cristiano Jr. And there's a photo of the three of them in the dressing room, and it's just it bums me out, man, to know that he's going to go to City. And you know what? Honestly, it's United don't even need him. You know, it's not that we would love. Obviously, he'd come in, he would start, he'd play 35 games a year, 40 games a year, but it's just it just sucks, man. It sucks. There's no way around it. And overall, I think fans are not. A lot of fans who maybe don't understand, maybe a bit younger. It's not about us. It's not about the club. It's about just a fucking slap in the face to Fergie. That's the way I see it. I 100% agree with Steve Howson. Complete slap in the face of Fergie, who in recent years has softened up a bit, and he appreciates the likes of Liverpool, who's built a club. But I know he doesn't appreciate City. I don't think anyone does. And the funny thing is, I'll just finish off with this before I let you speak. But if this was the opposite way, where if Suarez was coming to United, there was rumors for a good 2 or 3 days, and kind of at the pace it's going.
Aguero suddenly was coming back to United or something like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say Aguero. I'm talking about big clubs. I'm not talking about City. Or if so Suarez coming to us, or if Ronaldo was going to Liverpool, our fans would be like, we don't want him. We won't win the league. We don't need him. You get what I'm trying to say? Salah's a good example. Salah goes to Juventus.
You're saying that we'd rather not win the league than win the league with Luis Suarez, for example. Is that what you're trying to say?
In a sense, yeah. No, that's a bit extreme. But I'm saying the City fans, I would say United fans, Liverpool fans. I would put Chelsea fans, and then maybe Arsenal fans potentially won't even have it. No, Salah's not coming. No, like he'll come, we won't cheer him. In the way, I'll give you a great example, a real life example. When Neuer first went to Bayern back in 2009, I think it was. 2011, they didn't allow him to do that special Bayern cheer that they do for years, and then now he's become very respected. But that was again very different.
He was a Schalker, and he'd said things about Bayern, and then he joined Bayern, and the fans
and Bayern fans didn't want him, but he was so good. Yeah, he's so good. But this is just Judas. This is no pun intended, but it's a betrayal of biblical proportions. and what do you think about it, man?
It's a bigger thing than that, because Ronaldo is, in my opinion, one of the 4 greatest footballers of all time. You know, in no particular order, Pele, Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo are the 4 greats of football, in my opinion. So it's a big thing. In a football sense, it actually makes perfect sense.
Tactically brilliant.
In the sense that City need a striker, and probably one that if they get 2 or 3 years out of him, they'll be absolutely chuffed. And Ronaldo needs a club that want to put him as the crown on the ornament to their challenge. He could score 40 goals this season, win the Premier League, win the Champions League. That's what he wants to do. The reason he's not happy at Juventus is Juventus are not winning. So wants to go to a club where he can win, and City is a club like that. So in that sense, it works. In every other sense, it doesn't, because you don't see these situations occur in football. There was the odd time, we talked a bit before this video, there are United players that have kind of like guys like Schmeichel or Andy Cole that finished their career in City.
Brian Kidd,
Dennis Law as another example.
Dennis Law,
this outweighs all of that because of Ronaldo's stature as a footballer, and because of who he is to the game. It's different to Messi moving to PSG, because they're not competitors. If Messi had moved to Real or Atletico, it's kind of like that. It's that big a deal. And the thing is that you were talking a bit about the fans not mattering anymore. It's interesting because I'm starting to look at it. You look at the owners coming in with their business models and the ways they're running things. It's getting more American. That you would see this type of thing in an American sport. So you look at the NBA. 19% of NBA players got traded in the offseason. 1 in 5 players got traded in the
Seriously?
offseason. Yeah.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
Either free agents are moved or they got traded. Yeah.
Some sort
So
of
that,
move,
which is massive. And it's a business thing. It's like this guy Cristiano, he's this age, he's this quick, he's this strong. This is the type of player we need. The idea that he's a United legend coming to City and not necessarily just playing the last year of his career. He's got a plan there to win and to elevate City. And that just doesn't seem to be part of the thinking at all. It shows that football's going that way and that connection with football and its clubs. I mean, when things run well, it's easy for the business people to go, we're making money, everything's fine. When things fall apart, this is where the fans come in. When the Super League came in, it felt like things were falling apart. The fans came together. When Munich happened in '58, people just started volunteering their time to Manchester United. There's a story about Jimmy Murray, so Jimmy Murray was the assistant. Murphy, sorry, was the assistant manager to United. So he wasn't with the team when Munich happened because he was off with the Wales national team. He was the Wales national manager playing a World Cup qualifier.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So he came back to the club and found out after Wales qualifying for the World Cup first time ever, this the accident had happened, and he was the guy pulling things together, and people were just coming to him and offering help. Like fans were coming in, and he would look around and say, "We can't pay these people." No, they're volunteers. They're volunteering to help the club. So these businessmen can go, "Oh, great! When things are good, we'll make money." But fans are the lifeblood of football, and it's clearly been forgotten in all of this. And in general, but specifically in this,
One last thing I want to talk about, put the emotions aside. I want to talk on a tactical level. I'm looking at Ronaldo's best ever years as a striker or a left winger, whatever you want to call him. It's with Michael Carrick. It's with Toni Kroos, Xabi Alonso, Mesut Ozil. No, I'm talking about specifically a deep lying 8 or a 6. And who's that for De Bruyne? If Ronaldo goes, expect to see maybe the best version of him as a goal scorer. I think may not be the numbers. The pure numbers may not reflect it, but I'm talking expected goals. I'm talking about conversion rates. You're going to see a version of Ronaldo I think anyone's ever seen before at 36. Which
Ronaldo is an absolute assassin. I don't think he's quite the footballer that he was in terms of pure football skill. I don't think it's because he's lost anything. I think that's because he's just focused on the numbers. His attention has gone away from being the best footballer that he can be to winning. Absolutely single-minded winning, and for that means that he has to play a certain way, then he plays that way. And like you said, what De Bruyne can bring to him, and that entire ensemble of City's attacking talent, like De Bruyne by itself is enough. Add Grealish, Sterling, Mahrez, Gundogan, all of these guys. It's just like we talked about Harry Kane going there. He's just going to have to sit in the box and knock goals in. That's Ronaldo's bread and butter. That's his.
And I wonder as well. I texted you before, and I wonder as well, is this maybe a ploy to strong-arm Levy? This is a bit of a distant hope, I guess, for United fans, maybe, but very unlikely. And I think we both say City are going to win the league, and I think if they get this, there's almost no chance, purely on an outscoring front. Never mind if United don't, Chelsea and Liverpool haven't conceded a goal this year. Never mind if you don't concede, they're just not going to score as much as City, and that's that.
If they got Kane or Ronaldo, they'll win the league. That's a given. It's the issue is no one ever thought about Ronaldo. Like I said, there are things that make perfect sense in this, but there are things that make no sense whatsoever. All
right, we're going to finish up there, Shyam. We're going to get to our preview in the video next. It's going to be the Chelsea-Liverpool preview, the big game for the weekend. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We're a very grim 5-year pass today with the Ronaldo transfer. My name is Suddy. This is Shyam. Keep football simple. And as always,
keep passing, guys.
Cheers.